Welcome back to Inner Calling Astrology and the weekly Starcast. What do the planets have to say this week? Monday. The Sun is in gentle, compassionate Pisces, and as of 11:32 a.m., the Moon moved from Scorpio into philosophical, big-hearted, seeking Sagittarius. Both Pisces and Sagittarius represent aspects of what we think of as spirituality or a religious path. Pisces is more symbolic of the inner experience of spirit and seeing beyond the veil, while Sagittarius expresses spirit in the context of rituals and acts of generosity and love. What a healing energy with which to begin this week. Monday is unfavorable for initiating actions and contacts for plans you'd like to see flourish. The Moon is void from 7:29 a.m. until 11:37 a.m. So during that time period, act on something you'd like to discontinue. Tuesday and Wednesday. The Sun is still in Pisces and the Moon remains in Sagittarius. The headline today is that the planet Jupiter, which has been in retrograde motion for the past 4 months, is now going direct. A retrograde period is a time of reevaluation. Jupiter is related to growth and our value systems. What is the ethical foundation upon which we base our lives? And how do we attract the opportunities which will allow us to fulfill our purpose? Now that Jupiter is going direct, there is forward motion. Something is opening up. Prospects appear. So this is especially relevant for anyone with a planet in Cancer at 15 degrees. For anyone else, you can find out what area of life Jupiter is impacting if you know your rising sign. Tuesday and Wednesday are unfavorable for initiating actions and contacts for plans you'd like to see prosper. Wednesday, the Moon is void all day, so an opportune time to initiate contacts and connections for situations you'd like to discontinue. Now let's talk about how this direct motion of Jupiter will affect you based on your rising sign. An Aries rising will find Jupiter's expansive effect in the 4th house of home, land, family, and self-reflection. Taurus rising will find opportunity in the 3rd house of communication, learning, and travel. Gemini rising will find Jupiter in the 2nd house of money, values, and self-confidence. Cancer rising will find Jupiter in the 1st house of the physical body, decision-making, and new beginnings. Leo rising will find Cancer in the 12th house of mysticism and spirituality. Virgo rising will find Jupiter in the 11th house of dreams, aspirations, and groups working towards a common cause. Libra rising will find Jupiter in the house of public, mission, and career. That's the 10th house. Scorpio rising will find Jupiter in the 9th house of broadening horizons, religion, higher education, long-distance travel, publishing, and legal matters. Sagittarius rising will find Jupiter in the 8th house of psychological transformation, bonded intimate relationships, the occult, and other people's money. Capricorn rising will find Jupiter in the seventh house of marriage, partnerships, and open enemies. Aquarius rising finds Jupiter in the sixth house of service, mentorship, daily routines, and health. Pisces rising will find Jupiter in the fifth house of romance, creativity, children, and games. Thursday and Friday, the sun is in Pisces and the moon is in responsible, ambitious, hard-working Capricorn. Pisces is also emphasized today by virtue of the fact that the planet Mars, the god of war, is conjunct the Pisces North Node. All this to say that this is a great day for taking those Pisces dreams, creative inspirations, and spiritual aspirations and making them real through Capricorn planning and hard work, and by virtue of some high-octane fuel from Mars. Thursday and Friday are unfavorable for initiating actions and contacts for plans you'd like to see prosper. Saturday and Sunday, the sun remains in Pisces and the moon transits to rebellious, visionary Aquarius at 11:13 a.m. on Saturday. The mood moves from serious, convention-loving Capricorn to Aquarius, the visionary and rebel. Throw out the rule books and put your own spin on things these 2 days. Additionally, Mercury is conjunct Mars, giving our words extra power. So use that verbal clout judiciously, erring on the side of kindness and honesty. Saturday, after 11:13 a.m., and all day Sunday are favorable for initiating actions and contacts for plans you'd like to see prosper. Thanks for watching. Tune in next Monday for the weekly Starcast. And remember, it's never too late to be who you are. This is Maxine of Inner Calling Astrology, wishing you a blessed week.